here from Tide55, and in today's video we are going to be answering Google's most Googled questions about marketing and social media.
So if you don't know what that is, we've got Google in front of us right now. We're going to ask some questions, we're going to start typing the questions in, and then whatever the top predicted question is, that's the one we're going to answer, right? So what question are we going to start with?
Is social media, pick a letter.
F.
Fake. Is social media fake? Depends which way you look at it. There's a lot of reality on social media, but there's also a lot of, oh, look at the life I'm living, but deep down I'm really insecure and hate life. That's a bit deep, but...
Like, the person viewing it needs to understand that not all things are what they seem, and the person could be suggesting that they're living a life that is not how it is. And by the way, with like all the stuff you can do now with deep fake, bloody face stuff and all that, you have to question what you see. You have to question it. You have to give it an audit. You have to do a bit of safeguarding on what you're consuming if it's really impacting you emotionally. And I think you need to do that. Is real life fake? Is this fake?
Is this all just a simulation?
Are we in the Matrix? It's very difficult to actually post the truth because sometimes the truth's a bit ugly. And so that's where the vulnerability comes in. Being a little bit vulnerable every now and again is a good thing, but remember, anything that you do post on social media is still chosen. I just think it's good to question these things as the viewer. So what's the next question?
Right, next question. Is social media, pick another letter.
M for Matt.
Marketing a good career?
Is social media marketing a good career?
Us sat in this room answers it, doesn't it? Like, really?
I think the good question there is what's good about it?
As I've said to you before, it can be done from anywhere. Like, you know, yeah, we're all in the office, we all come to the office every single day and work from home some days, but the reality is if I wanted to go to Barbados and sit on a beach, anything could happen.
You could.
Alright, is there beaches in Barbados? That's a stupid
Is there no, mate. It's a big urban city with tarmac everywhere. Yes, there are some very, very nice beaches in Barbados, mate. Every business in the world needs an element of marketing, and the world is becoming more accessible through the internet. So is social media marketing a good career? Yeah, it is a great career. If that's what you're passionate about, you should certainly start to move towards that. If you're not passionate about it, proceed with caution, because you'll end up being in a job you don't like. So take that approach. Don't think it's some sort of easy ride, because it isn't. You have to be passionate about it, which everybody here is, which is why it works.
Yeah.
So let's take a different approach.
Yep.
This time, let's pick a platform, one of the social media platforms.
Yeah.
What we're going to do?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Is Instagram, choose a letter?
A.
A dating site.
Is Instagram a dating site? Well, I'm sure that many people have met their love of their life on Instagram.
It all starts with sliding into the DMs.
I think it'd be very different, rare for anyone in 10 years' time. How did you guys meet? For it not to be online. I didn't meet my wife online, but we connected through Facebook. She sent me a Facebook message. She said, my mum made your 18th birthday cake. And that was the start of the conversation. And if it wasn't for Facebook, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah.
The first point of contact with my girlfriend right now wasn't social media. That was in person, by chance.
You'll be one of the only few that can say you didn't meet on the internet.
And that was in person. So is Instagram a dating site? No.
Yes.
Right, next question. Is Facebook, choose a letter?
F.
F.
Again.
Free.
It owns a little bit of your soul, I think. In all seriousness, it is free. Of course, social media is free. Facebook is free to use. However, I would say make sure that your consuming of social media is not taking up too much of your precious time, energy and focus, because those things cannot be replaced.
Is Twitter, now this will be fun, so choose your letter.
Word P.
Profitable. People are monetized on there now, and if you do have a good following on Twitter.
But anywhere where there's the ability to connect with anyone is a potential to earn money if you've got something of value to sell. I don't think I've really done a lot of business myself in the past on Twitter.
It's not really. I don't think Twitter's really one for that. I feel like there's potential there, but it's more. I think to be profitable in there from a business end is you've got to jump on trends. Maybe in a way, but you don't want to do it like out of context of your business. You've got to jump on the trends where a tweet's going to perform well.
Yes.
Increase the brand awareness, and then from there.
Yeah.
Next question. Platform.
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Go on. Let's do LinkedIn.
How LinkedIn
C.
connections work.
How LinkedIn connections work. Almost like friend requests or follows. You request to connect with someone. You can connect with someone who's either in your direct network, like a first contact, someone that you know who works in the same place as you, or that LinkedIn understands that you're very close to, or it can be like almost a friend of a friend, or a friend of a friend of a friend, so like a second or third rate connection, which is great because you can reach all kinds of people as long as you've got a bit of a foot in the door. However, there is a little underbelly of deceit. A lot of people, when they look at social media, their metrics, their mind will go towards connections, likes, comments. But there are these things called pods, and I was actually in a pod on Instagram about 5 years ago, an Instagram pod, which is basically an agreed group of people. When you post something, it's like sort of a bit of a handshake that we're all going to comment on it. So there could be 10 of us in a little group, so we've got our own little private thread, and I'll go, oh look, guys, can you just make sure I've just posted, can you just do, and you go, yeah, fine, and all 9 of the other people will then go and like it and comment on it. So you're guaranteed to get a certain amount of people every time you post, liking, commenting, perhaps even sharing, and in return you do it for them. So it creates this like sort of pseudo network of endorsement. But here's the thing, I think LinkedIn does know, and I think it's letting it happen at the moment because it doesn't really mind. But mark my words, they will slap that shit out. LinkedIn are going to come in at some point, it's probably around about the time when the ad platform gets better and sponsored posts come in like on Facebook, and they're going to go, sorry guys, if you're in a pod, your engagement is going to drop right down because you're being lazy and you're cheating the system. Yeah, it's going to stop. If your stuff's good, it will get well received. If it's not, you can't polish a turd. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's too easy to do that at the moment.
When you talk about that type of online behaviour, let's say, you know what it screams to me? Someone who's got a photo in front of, you know, they're in like a car in a car park and they're telling you that they can do this and that with your business. Yeah. And it's all just chat.
It does my head in. When people want 5,000 more followers, when they've already got 200, that if they just focus on those 200 and say 100 of them bought their product or service, the end, game over, completed it, mate. You know, that's a lot of business that's right there.
Giving a false image, and if it's going to become that saturated, then connecting with people that leads to genuine business and organic growth, then that will also be harmed, you know. I think
basically, stop making it worse. Next question, we've got one more. I think we've got one more platform we need to talk about, and that is TikTok.
Does TikTok, let's choose a letter.
B.
Boost your first video.
The TikTok algorithm is like a crazy person on crack.
And it leaves you feeling addicted.
It gets you hooked.
You wanting more.
It's a drug dealer. It's a little candy-covered drug dealer. If I'm the algorithm, okay, and you're trying really hard, I want you to be stuck here forever. So what I'm going to do, mate, is I'm going to give you a little bit of success on one of your videos. I'm going to give you 12,000 views. So you get to see your view count turn to a number and then K. I've got enough for everyone, enough of these drugs. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of that. And then you go, oh, I love TikTok because it makes me feel good, successful and popular. And you make another one, and now you're trying really fucking hard to the point where you're opening your TikTok every 5 minutes, you know, and it sucks you right in. It's done it to me, it's done it to everyone I know. Just when you start losing hope again, so you stop using the app, one of your videos starts getting popular again. Ooh, now I'm back on the app again, and now I'm making content again. You're right where they want you to be. Let's not get it twisted. The narrative is that there's a big opportunity to be a content creator on TikTok because your posts can go viral. Well, that sounds fucking great for anyone that tries to be popular, which is most people. So of course, what a great incentive that is. Pavlov. It's all about do something, get reward, do something, get reward, do something, get reward, to the point where the brain gets so conditioned to do something and get reward that it does it even if it doesn't get the reward. At one point, a couple of years ago, there was a competition between myself, my wife Kelly, and Jordan, who was working here. He had a video hit over 1 million views. Okay, I had one that was way better, hit 750,000. Kelly, who just did a little voice sync thing, over 1 million. Jordan's video was his car boot closing. It just happened to go really close to the wall.
Yeah.
It was like that, it like closed.
You're not going to see the video of the boot closing really close to the wall. You're going to watch the whole thing through. And
twice, 3 times, 4 times, show your friend.
Yeah, and next thing you share it. And
there is a method to the madness, isn't there? Well, we hope you've enjoyed this video, a little bit different, something a little bit fun. We've talked about a lot of different things here. Hopefully you've taken something of value and use.
Hit that subscribe button and of course turn on the post notifications so you never miss a brand new upload on the Tide YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching, we'll see you again soon.